Hello ladies and gentlemen. Nothing can give a lady or a gentleman the mystery, glamour and panache more than a hat. The right hat boldly declares you are a lady or a gentleman of substance and style and commands a sophisticated presence. Easter is fast approaching, and this is the perfect time of the year people begin to think about hats more than ever. So I decided to make a video to give you some useful tips. Etiquette dictates Easter time is the perfect time to bring out your straw hats, and these can be worn throughout the summer until the end of August. Felt, satin and silks can be worn throughout the year. Cashmere, velour and leather, suede hats are generally more appropriate for autumn and winter. However, do keep in mind these etiquette rules were first written for polite society by etiquette coaches based in London and New York and Paris, which have 4 seasons. So with that said, if you are in a country of residence that does not have 4 seasons, then use your best judgment. I live in Florida, which is known as the Sunshine State, and certainly lives up to its reputation. Hence, sometimes on a sunny day in November, I will don a Panama hat. Baseball hats are the most common hats we see these days and are deemed casual, not a glamorous hat at all. Should you wear a baseball hat, no matter the time of the day, it is polite to remove the baseball hat, especially when dining. Wide-brimmed hats, such as sun hats and veiled hats, are to be removed in the evening because they can be a distraction for other guests. The only exception is if the veil is short and turned up onto the hat itself, so it does not distract from your face. Traditionally, etiquette dictates 6 p.m. that one removes their hat. However, again, keep in mind these rules were written in London and New York, where typically it gets dark around 6 p.m. When the reality is, it depends on the time of the year and the country where you are located. Hence, I prefer to say, remove your hat at sundown. Yes, you may wear a hat in the evening. Brimless, glamorous hats, which are part of your attire, are not deemed inappropriate for the evening, especially if you add a sparkly brooch to it. These two are perfect examples. It is considered polite and respectful for a lady to wear a hat in church. However, it is considered disrespectful for a gentleman to leave his hat on when entering a church. Do avoid wide-brimmed styles and fascinators, because these type of hats can obscure people's view of the altar. Do look for a shorter brim, such as a short pillar box hat, a boater's hat, or a classic and classy Panama hat, which in my opinion makes a perfect hat for church. When placing the hat on your head, it's the same concept as the clothing label in your dress. Do ensure the label goes to the back of the head. Other than a special occasion for a wedding, think about your lifestyle and how often you wear that hat. Do make sure you buy a good quality hat from a good brand name or millionaire. They are worth it. If you have the opportunity to try on the hat, that would be the best recommendation, rather than risk buying online, unless you know the business is reputable and easy to work with and have had success. My personal favourite online brand, which I highly recommend for ladies and gentlemen, are Mindo Hats. These hats resonate with me because they are fine quality, classic style hats, which are timeless. To view their beautiful collection, you can visit mindohats.com. My first choice is the wide-brimmed hat because it instantly makes me feel more sophisticated. The chic veiled hat is super glamorous, and I love the touch of mystery it brings. I find this hat easier to wear if it just covers your eyes only and not your nose. Otherwise it feels too much restricted, like you are hiding too much. The classic fedora is a wonderful way to elongate your face and always looks chic. The Panama hat is such a classic, and this type of hat looks fabulous and chic on a lady and gives a gentleman a distinguished and dapper style. When handling a hat, never show the inside of the hat. Always hold it, carry it this way. Do invest in the elastic band or the comb styles because it gives you more choice in choosing where you want to position the hat yourself. Colour is an instant factor when choosing a hat. Make it a chosen colour for your ensemble that will complement your skin tone. Do look for some colour in the hat to match your eyes. Ideally, the hat should match either your jacket or another accessory you are wearing, but not your gloves, unless they are in the same monochrome. When choosing a hat, do not make the mistake of only looking in a countertop mirror. You need to see your full-length appearance. Do stand up and walk around in front of the full-length mirror. The hat needs to balance your proportion and unique features. A fascinator is a hat without a brim. It is designed for ladies to sit on your head in a certain way, so it usually comes with a headband or an elastic band or comb. These hats are appropriate for weddings, special events, or even a cocktail party. Wide-brimmed hats are fantastic for sun protection and especially look great on tall ladies. However, all ladies may wear a brimmed hat. The rule is, the shorter you are, the shorter the brim length needs to be to balance and better complement your unique figure. Do protect your hats and stuff them with tissue inside appropriate size hat boxes. Crushable hats are best for travelling, unless you have the room for a proper hat box. Also, do use a lint roller for felt hats before you place them on your head. Do look in the mirror when you try on your hats. Take a moment to play around with the position. Sometimes it looks good on an angle. Sometimes the hat will look good straight across. You will find it depends on your face shape and your own personality. For example, the English lady is more reserved, and it is not the tradition to kiss upon greeting others. Therefore, she wears her hat straight across. While the romantic French lady is less demure and inclined to push hers back, conceivably, she is ready for the French kiss greeting. The American lady tends to wear her hat on an angle. All hats are different on you, therefore do play around with the hat on your head to see which angle suits you best. Finally, do have fun, and remember, by using different hats you can dress up or down any outfit and become the unforgettable lady or gentleman of style and substance. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. For more etiquette tips, please follow me on Instagram at The Lady Etiquette or at ladyetiquette.com. Till the next time.